Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. And we are now in the third day of spring. Time is rapidly going by. And so here we are together. Whether you will be joining now or joining later, we are collectively joining together in collective breath, if you will, collective pause, collective tending, if you will, through meditation. So again, I want to wish everyone a happy spring. We're 3 days in. It has been a good transition for me, at least in terms of spring. I get a sense of new energy, a sense of excitement, a sense of looking forward to, but I do have to be mindful of not to do too much. And so we'll talk a little bit more about that. As you know, our theme this month has been about pace. And we started the first Wednesday in terms of pace, in terms of our senses, being able to slow down, being able to pause in terms of our senses. And then on last Wednesday, we talked a little bit about pace of breath and being able to practice together in terms of being able to pause by way of utilizing our breath. And this week, we're going to talk about pace of the heart and really being able to tap into our heart, to in tune with our heart, and being able to, again, bring that sense of pause and really honoring what our heart is telling us, particularly in this season. And as you know, if you're looking at the overall year, and if you're looking in terms of a 24-hour period, spring is between the time of 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. in the morning. So for those of us that get up during that time, it is a time that whereby you kind of are still kind of like just moving slow, getting ready in terms of your day or what have you. And so we take that approach as it relates to spring. So I want to read a passage that I've been reading since we've started the series in terms of pace. And again, it's in the book of Awakening. And it is the February 26th passage in terms of the idea of pace. And it's entitled, A Pace of What is Real. And I'll read this and then we'll definitely begin our meditation for this evening. And this kind of sets the tone. So Mark Nepo goes on to say this: like most people I know, I struggle with taking too much on, with doing too many things, with moving too fast, with overcommitting, with overplanning. And he says this, and I want us to listen to this closely. I've learned that I must move, quite simply, at the pace of what is real. While this pace may vary, life always seems vacant and diminished when I accelerate beyond my capacity to feel what is before me. It seems we run our lives like trains, speeding along a track laid down by others, going so fast that what we pass blurs on by. Then we say we've been there, done that. The truth is that blurring by something is not the same as experiencing it. So no matter how many wonderful opportunities come my way, no matter the importance placed on these things by others who have my best interests at heart, I must somehow find a way to slow down the train that is me until what I pass by is again seeable, touchable, feelable. So I've been reading this passage as we've collectively gathered each Wednesday this month and really honing in on pace. And this struck me because with the start of spring, again, it's so easy to get caught up in terms of the new energy and really wanting to get out there and do the things, do all of the things, particularly because we are now just coming out of winter. But again, be mindful of the overall year, of the overall time frame of how spring falls within 24 hours. It's between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. So we're just kind of like waking up, slow movement or what have you. And I'm speaking to myself. One of the things with the new transition into spring, and I've been sharing this with a lot of my sister friends, is this idea of walking, considering the walk versus the journey. And so many times with the journey, we're looking at the outcome, the end goal, the destination, as opposed to the walk. And this is not anything new. This was introduced to me by Barbara Brown Taylor, who is an author. And this idea of being present in terms of the walk as opposed to focusing on the journey. The journey is very important. Hello. The journey is very important. But the idea of being present in terms of the walk. And I think that tying that with the pace of life, in terms of our walks are very different. But the idea is that we don't want to, this idea of being fully present in terms of how we move in and through life. And so what I'm learning, particularly within this season, is to really be present in terms of the walk, the everyday. And while sometimes the walk can range in terms of how we feel, the idea is that it's step by step. And again, the pace may vary, but the idea is that you are present within that moment, experiencing as opposed to just a blur. And sometimes with the walk, it requires us to pause and sit down and catch our breath and then resume our walk. And so that's what I'm inviting us to do collectively tonight, to just simply pause in terms of slowing our pace. And by doing that, connecting with our heart. And so I'm going to invite you now to simply get comfortable wherever you may be and allow yourself to be supported as you need, ensuring that you are safe and you have all the things to be able to just take this moment to slow the pace and to pause, allowing yourself to be present at this moment, at this time. And whatever that looks like for you, it could be lying down, it could be sitting upright, it could be reclined, it could be lowered to the ground, it could be in a chair, could be in the bed, whatever it looks like for you. It doesn't have to look like anything except what you need for it to be. And not so much focusing on the fact that you are meditating, but this idea of just quieting the soul. Again, being able to slow down in order to fully connect and fully commune. And at the end of the day, for some of us, and perhaps for others, the start of the day, this idea of gathering oneself, whether it be in preparation to go out or preparation to come in, this idea of gathering. And wherever you're at, just allow yourself to maybe just take it a little bit further in terms of comfort. This idea of arriving, this idea of settling, of grounding yourself. Eyes may be open or shut. And I invite you now to begin to hone in, focus, or ground either in your breath, a sound perhaps that you may hear, a sensation that you may feel in your body, or even touch. Touch against your skin, or a touchstone, perhaps mala beads or a stone or crystal. Something that grounds you. That begins to allow you to simply, again, be present, slowing the pace. And now I invite you to take a deep breath in through the nose, exhaling out. Just kind of letting everything go in terms of just putting it to the side just for these moments. And not trying to shape it or to make it something that is more than what it is. It's just simply you getting quiet. You pausing. And perhaps you say to yourself, this is my time to meditate. This is my time to quiet. This is my time to tend. And starting at the crown of your head, just allowing yourself to soften and to be at ease with these moments, this time of pause, of slowing the pace. And from the crown of your head to your brow and eyes, cheeks, nose, and jaw, unclenching the jaw. Even the tongue, releasing the tongue. Just allowing yourself to soften and to surrender and to ease. And from your jaw to your neck, down to your shoulders, maybe rolling them up and back along the spine, allowing yourself to release any tension that you may be having. Softening and surrendering. And from your shoulders to the front of the body, down to your hips and thighs, all the way down to your feet, softening and surrendering. back of the body. Spine is relaxed. All the way down to your feet. And just checking in. Now bring awareness to your heart. Maybe taking another deep breath in through the nose, exhaling out. Allowing yourself to ground not only through your breath, but also sound, sensation, or touch. And perhaps you place your hand on top of the heart. And just pause there, allowing yourself to connect to the flow of breath in the heart space. Connect with the rise and fall of your chest. Connecting with the beating of your heart. And allow just being able to touch the center of your chest. Allow the rise and fall of your chest to begin to calm and bring a sense of even more groundedness. Now begin to imagine the space around your heart. And as you breathe, envisioning the breath and surrounding your heart, breathing into that space. Breathing into the front of the heart. The sides of the heart. The back of the heart. And just imagine that with each breath, as your breath encircles your heart, that your heart space begins to open. Perhaps you call in the mantra, if you so choose, this idea of I'm open to all that is unfolding. I'm open to all that is unfolding. And as you continue to breathe into your heart, feel it expand on the inhale and the exhale. Feel the rhythm of your heart and how it intertwines with your breathing, or even with the sound that you hear, or the sensation that you feel, or even the fact that you're touching the center of your chest. How it becomes in sync. And then feel that energy throughout your entire body. As you inhale, feel the energy radiate outward from your heart into the rest of your body. And as you exhale, draw that energy back into your heart, feeling it grow bigger. And with each inhale, each exhale, this idea of slowing the pace. Slowing down. Feeling the rise and fall of your chest. With each inhale, each exhale, the expansion of your heart. Receiving the mantra, I am open to all that is unfolding. This new life, this new energy, but at a pace that allows me to experience a walk instead of a run, being present as I walk. And feel this energy swirling within you. And give your heart permission to just be. Because you're crossing into the threshold of fully connecting and communing with yourself. There is no right or wrong. There's only the truth, your truth. So be open to listening. And we'll rest here in silence for the next couple of minutes, collectively pausing, collectively slowing the pace. I have learned that I must move quite simply at the pace of what is real. While this pace may vary, life always seems vacant and diminished when I accelerate beyond my capacity to feel what is before me. So no matter how many wonderful opportunities come my way, no matter the importance placed on these things by others who may or may not have my best interest at heart, I must somehow find a way to slow down the train that is me until what I pass by is again seeable, touchable, feelable. I invite you now to just take another deep breath in through the nose, exhale out. Gently releasing the practice. And gently tucking your chin. Showing gratitude for yourself and for this collective community, whether they are joining now or later. May grace and peace be in you. May grace and peace be all around you. Continue to be safe. Continue to be well. Continue to take care. Always, always, always. Thank you for the privilege of your time. And it is so. Thank you all for joining, and for those that will join later. And we will be back next Wednesday, same time. And then the month of April, I will be on sensory rest. But you can definitely, hey Diamond, you can definitely get the information via YouTube. Everything is placed on YouTube in terms of the community care meditations. But for the month of April, I'll be on sensory rest, not being on Instagram, and we'll start back up in May. And there'll be some upcoming changes regarding community care meditation. So I will see you hopefully next Wednesday. but until we meet again, be safe, again, be well, and always, always take care. Good night.